E aí pessoal, quem fala é o Pedro. Vou continuar aqui a série de Dragon Age. Então, bora lá. Terminar as coisas do castelo, se der, a gente faz alguma missão.
Good book?
Oxi!
I don't know what you're talking about.
Tá, claro que não sabe, ficou com vergonha. O que você tá escondendo?
No. What are you hiding exactly?
I'm not hiding anything. Exactly.
You are.
It's of no interest to you, I'm certain. It's a book.
I can see that.
It's one of Varric's tales. Swords and
Nem
shields.
ferrando.
Latest chapter.
Então você
The
leu todos?
latest chapter, meaning you've read them all.
Not since this all began. We've been busy.
She's read this one 3 times.
You! I told you to stop spying!
You read it out loud to me. I don't like the captain either.
I never did that. It's literature. Smutty literature.
Olha!
Whatever you do, don't tell Varric.
Eu deveria lê-lo. Tá, nem sonhando.
Me? No. I would never.
They're terrible. And magnificent.
Oxi!
This one ends in a cliffhanger. I know Varric is working on the next. He must be. Pretend you don't know this about me.
E a gente sai, a gente nem questiona. Que isso? Fale com Varric sobre... Ah, tá. Ela quer a próxima edição do livro. Ok.
Have you met this friend of Varric's, Inquisitor?
Not yet, no.
It had better not be who I think it is. I will wring that little bastard's neck.
Eita porra. Queria pedir o seu conselho. Quem você acha que é?
Why? Who do you think it is?
Someone Varric claimed he could not contact. Someone the Inquisition, indeed all of Thedas, desperately needed. I'll reserve judgment until I know for certain. No need to have that rogue screaming persecution yet again.
Queria pedir os
Do you have any
conselhos.
advice for me?
Tell that demon, what does it call itself? Cole. Tell it to leave. He may not mean harm, but that does not mean he will not harm us. Spirits are not creatures to take at face value. Be cautious with him, Inquisitor.
Ah,
Do
do
you have any
Code
advice
novo?
for me?
Treat Dorian with caution. It's
Cautela.
possible he could be what he seems. A Tevinter mage wishing to do better than his countrymen. What if he is not? At best, his presence makes the Inquisition appear to have questionable allies.
Do you have any advice for me?
Watch the treasury carefully, with that Sarah present.
You think she's here to rob us?
Possibly not, but I would hardly put it past her.
Do you have any advice for me?
It's good that you recruited Enchanter Vivian into the Inquisition. She is ambitious, but has always shown sense in her dealings with the Chantry. My advice would be to watch her, but heed her when she speaks. That one wastes no words.
Tá bom.
Do you have any advice for me?
Nothing I can think of. No.
Tá ótimo. Você é romântica, um flerchante? Não, acho que nada interessante,
That's
não.
enough for now.
Another time, then.
Tá, o que mais que a gente pode ir? Ali dentro deve ser o Varric, né? Mas eu não quero falar com o Varric ainda. Quem que tá aqui? Ah, é a Sarah. Ok. Tá, vamos dentro aqui do bar. Tem alguém aqui fora pra conversar? Não. Ah, é a que sempre fala com a gente nas jornadas.
Your worship,
Quais as novidades?
What's been going on?
Sister Liliana glanced at me today. I think she's gonna have me killed.
Que genial, véi.
What's been
Mais
going
alguma
on?
coisa?
Ambassador Montilier sent me a basket of flowers to thank me for my work with the Inquisition. She's so lovely.
Que
What's
legal.
been going on?
Varric came by to talk. He told me a story about copper marigolds.
Margarida
What's
de
been going
cobre.
on?
Madame de Fer said hello to me. Or maybe she was waving at someone else and I just thought she was. Yeah, that's probably what happened.
Ai, que dó.
What's been going on?
That strange boy came in with an armful of chickens. You're looking after him, right?
Nossa, todo mundo tem medo do Cole, véi.
Dorian's awfully pretty, isn't he?
Que isso? Tá de olho no Dorian já?
Just waiting to get back out there.
Tá, acho que só, né? Quem que é esse? É o Segwit. Quem tá me seguindo? Ou foi só impressão, né? Descanso do Arauto. Quem que é o Cran? Ah, é o cara com um touro.
Inquisitor. That's got a good ring to it. We're happy to be here, Your Worship. You need anything, let me know.
Ah, tá o touro negro.
I'd like to know more about the Iron Bull.
The chief. First time I met him, he saved my life. I never thought I'd work for Canary, but he grows on you. He's not like any commander I've ever worked for. That's what Dan thought.
Que tipo de comandante ele é?
Is Iron Bull as a commander?
If you know what you're doing and hold up your end, he's easy. He doesn't accept any less. If he keeps us alive, he leads from the front, and if you've an idea that'll win the fight, he listens. I've seen bands whose captains had to prove they were swinging the biggest sword. Bull isn't like that. The charges might give him more lip than you'd expect, but every one of us would lay down our lives for the big ass.
How did a Tevinter soldier wind up in a Canary spy's mercenary company?
I wasn't a soldier at the time. I was in some trouble, trying to flee to Winter. A Tribune and his men caught me in a border town tavern. They meant to make an example of me. Bull killed them. Gave up his eye doing it. Patched me up and asked if I was looking for work. I've been putting up with his jokes ever since.
Então ele perdeu um olho.
That's how he lost the eye.
Yes. The guards had me on the tavern floor when Bull came inside and yelled for them to stop. One of them saw trouble coming and figured he'd finish me off. The guard had a flare. Bull put himself between me and the blow. Big old idiot. Didn't even know me.
É estranho.
To work for Kunari.
He hasn't tried to convert us to the Qun, if that's what you're asking. Bull's charges don't care who you light a candle for, so long as your shield stays up. If he hadn't told me he was Ben Hasroth, I'd have thought he'd left that life behind.
I didn't expect he'd tell you all that he was a spy.
Not the whole band, but those who've been around long enough to trust. He figures most of us would find out sooner or later, and it should come from him. Eyes to eye, he says. He's never messed up a job. He just writes letters back home. Lots of the boys write letters back home.
Legal,
We'll
mano.
talk later.
Interessante. Ah, ele tá aqui dentro agora. Ah, é, acho que vamos conversar com ele 2 vezes, né, tiver.
Can I help you?
Não, depois eu falo, amigo. Dá a volta.
Inquisitor.
And you are?
The bartender, Captain.
Just the bartender?
You were expecting...
Nada, eu acho.
Well, welcome to the Inquisition.
Thank you. Welcome to the tavern.
Como está a moral?
What's the current mood?
Obsequious.
Tá, o
What's the
boato?
word out there?
Quiet. Too quiet. No, wait. Just quiet enough.
Tá, eu não vou perguntar de
As you
treino, não.
were.
Inquisitor.
Legal, mano. Nossa, a parte de dentro é bem pequenininha. Tem alguma escada pra gente ir pro 2º andar? Ah, aqui. Devo ter passado, nem reparei muito que era uma escada, mas tudo bem.
I hope I can help somehow. Maybe cleaning?
Uhum.
Oh, Inquisitor, I joined. Sutherland, Your Worship. I saw some bandits, so I came to warn people. I'll let your warriors know and then stay out of the way.
Nova equipe. Um jovem promissor. Interessante.
Somehow.
Maybe cleaning?
Ah, da hora, mano. Então vai ter uma outra missão. Aqui é o quarto da Sarah, né? Tá, vamos evitar entrar no quarto dela, né? Por enquanto. Vamos subir mais uma escada aqui, vamos ver o que a gente encontra. Tem uma saída. E tem uma pessoa. Ah, o Cole.
He hates it all because of the darkness behind the door. Some doors should stay shut.
I've heard about some oddities here in the keep. Was that you?
Yes. Maybe. What was it?
Deixou a micha nas janelas?
Someone is leaving peeled plums on the windowsill. It's attracting flies.
Spiders need to eat.
Tá, vamos outra
Let's
coisa.
talk about something else.
All right.
The servants are having trouble remembering some odd events. Can I assume you're responsible for the turnips that have shown up in the fireplaces?
They don't smell the same raw.
Cheiro ensopado de nave.
You needed that soldier to smell them, so he could die thinking he'd gone home.
He did go home.
I'll talk to you later.
Probably.
É, meio que ele tem um motivo, né, por as coisas que ele faz. Ele não simplesmente deixa lá. É, podia ser um pouquinho mais, né, higiênico e tal, o povo não reclamar, né, mas... Tem muita coisa também que a gente pode falar, né. Tá, vamos descer. Faltou quem pra gente conversar, mano? A gente conversou com o Blackwall, a gente conversou com a Sarah, Vivienne também. Não deve estar faltando tanta coisa. A gente não conversou com o Cullen, né? Eu acho que o Cullen não conversou ainda. Fala.
Send men to scout the area. We need to know what's out there.
Yes, sir.
Commander, soldiers have been assigned temporary quarters.
Very good. I'll need an update on the armory as well. Now.
O cara coçando ele. Ai, rapaz.
We set up as best we could at Haven, but could never prepare for an archdemon, or whatever it was. With some warning, we might have...
Foi uma situação
We
aí.
were all shaken by what happened.
If Corypheus strikes again, we may not be able to withdraw. And I wouldn't want to. We must be ready. Work on Skyhold is underway. Guard rotations established. We should have everything on course within the week. We will not run from here, Inquisitor.
Perdemos muitos no
How many were
refúgio.
lost? Most of our people made it to Skyhold. It could have been worse. Morale was low, but it's improved greatly since you accepted the role of Inquisitor.
Everyone has so much faith in my leadership. I hope I'm ready.
You won't have to carry the Inquisition alone, although it must feel like. We needed a leader, and you have proven yourself.
Confio no seu conselho.
You responded quickly to the attack on Haven. Without that, so many more would have died. I'm grateful for any help you can give.
Thank you, Inquisitor. I will do everything I can to ensure the security of our people. You have my word.
Tá. Precisa de mais alguma coisa, Cullen? Algo que eu devo fazer
Is
saber?
there anything I should know?
I'm glad to have the Chargers on our side. Bull's men are professionals, despite evidence to the contrary.
Mais
Is there
algo?
anything I should know?
Repairs to Skyhold's fortifications are progressing. Our scouts report no immediate threats in the surrounding area. We are fortunate Solus knew of this place.
Is there anything I should know?
I've gotten used to mages disliking me on principle. Vivienne's views on Templars are surprisingly traditional.
Is there anything I should know?
Sarah brought me a piece of cake. She thought I looked hungry,
Why are you telling me this?
because it was either an act of kindness or a trap. I was hoping you knew which.
Caramba, véi!
Is there anything I should know?
I believe Dagna has settled in well. She's certainly very cheerful.
Is that a bad thing?
I'm concerned she'll cheerfully blow up Skyhold with one of her experiments. The risk is small at present.
Is there anything I should know?
Not at present.
Tá, isso é tudo.
That's all for now.
Should you require anything, I'll be here.
Cirurgiã.
Inquisitor, is there something I can do for you? I should really focus my attention on the injured.
As you were.
Your worship.
Acho que eu podia ajudar ela de alguma forma, mas aparentemente não. Mano, eu tô procurando o Varric, eu não tô achando ele. Onde que esse arrombado tá? Ah, o Blackwall veio pra cá.
This is just... it's something to keep their hands busy. I'm grateful you tracked me down when you did. As exciting as wandering the woodlands was, this is better. It's good to be part of something so important. Something that could change things.
Pleased that you feel that way.
Makes me sound like a Chantry sister, doesn't it? Some giddy new initiate. But so be it. I suppose you've earned my loyalty and girlish enthusiasm. You are who you choose to follow. Someone told me that once. Took me years to understand what he meant.
There's wisdom in that.
It was a chevalier who said those words to me. A powerful man, but never without honor. A true knight. We met as competitors in the Grand Tourney. He left me with that advice before we parted. Put aside his own ambitions to help me win the melee. I don't think I ever thanked him.
That was generous of him.
He said I stood to gain everything, while he'd lose nothing. When it was over, he offered to mentor me, to teach me to become a chevalier like him. And I, young and stupid, turned him down flat. I just won the melee at the Grand Tourney. I didn't need him. I should have gone with him. Perhaps things could have been different.
Different doesn't always mean better.
In this case, I think it would have been better. But I'm older, hopefully wiser. And I think I've chosen the right person to walk with.
Então tá, né? Agora eu quero saber, onde tá o Varric? Mano, não tá mostrando canto nenhum. Ah, peraí, é por andar aqui, não é? Pronto, aí é aqui que ele tá. Vamos lá falar com ele então. Senão a gente também não consegue avançar na história. A gente explorou 2 áreas inteiras e até agora nada. A gente achou uma nova região pra ir. Tá, é pra cá aparentemente. Pra onde é a questão? É, não é aqui? É em cima, né? É em cima. Tá, vamos subir então. Tem um jeito de subir? Deve ser ali, ó. Vamos subir pra lá então. A procura do Varric.
Majestic. How was a place like this ever lost?
É realmente, né, velho? Tá, é pra cá? Ah, ele ali. Achamos.
Inquisitor, meet Hawke, the champion of Kirkwall.
Though I don't use that title much anymore.
Hawke, the Inquisitor. I figured you might have some friendly advice about Corypheus. You and I did fight him after all.
Ué? Oh.
This view reminds me of my home in Kirkwall. I had a balcony that overlooked the whole city. I loved it at first. But after a while, all I could see were the people out there depending on me.
We're lucky it was just a single city. I've got half of Thedas.
You're doing everything you can to protect them.
Does it ever get any easier?
I'll let you know. I don't envy you, Inquisitor. But I may be able to help you.
Varric said that you fought Corypheus before.
Fought and killed. The Grey Wardens were holding him, and he somehow used his connection to the Darkspawn to influence them.
Corypheus got into their heads, messed with their minds, turned them against each other.
If the Wardens have disappeared, they could have fallen under his control again.
Isso é reversível?
If that's what happened to the Wardens, do you think we can free them?
It's possible. But we need to know more first. I've got a friend in the Wardens. He was investigating something unrelated for me. His name is Stroud. The last time we spoke, he was worried about corruption in the Warden ranks. Since then, nothing.
Corypheus would certainly qualify as corruption in the ranks. Did your friend disappear with them?
No. He told me he'd be hiding in an old smuggler's cave near Crestwood.
Eriçado. O que eles estavam
If you
investigando?
didn't know about Corypheus, what were you doing with the Wardens?
The Templars in Kirkwall were using a strange form of lyrium. It was red. I'd hoped the Wardens could tell me more about it.
We've encountered red lyrium. Corypheus was using it to corrupt the Templars and turn them into his slaves.
Então tem dois tipos de
Hopefully
lírio?
my friend in the Wardens will know more.
Vale a pena tentar.
I'll take any lead I can get at the moment.
Good. I'll do whatever I can to help. Corypheus is my responsibility. I thought I'd killed him before. This time, I'll make sure of it. Inquisitor.
Só tô com ele porque está sozinho. O que Varric disse?
Assume Varric's been feeding you information about the Inquisition. What did he say about me?
Only good things, I promise. I was a little surprised, actually. Varric isn't one for religion in general, but he thinks highly of the Inquisition.
Tá, porque ele está
I
sozinho.
heard you had family and friends in Kirkwall. Where are they now?
When the Wardens began acting strangely, I had my friend Aveline take my brother out of the Free Marches. My uncle Gamlen's still in Kirkwall, but everyone else I used to know, they've pretty much scattered to the winds.
You said you thought you killed Corypheus.
The Grey Wardens had him imprisoned. They used my father's blood in a ritual to seal Corypheus inside. But he could still reach out and influence the Warden's thoughts. He sent them after me. And I didn't just think I killed him. When the fight was done, he was dead on the ground. Maybe his tie to the Blight somehow brought him back. Or maybe it's old Tevinter magic. But he was dead. I swear it.
Então aquilo que o Dorian falou faz sentido. Meio que faz sentido o que o Dorian falou agora. Pra ele achar que a culpa é deles. Cadê o... Não tem encantado não, depois a gente faz. Deixa eu tinha que falar com o Varric. É na fortaleza, não é? Ah, é aqui. Tá, agora onde ele tá? Vamos descobrir. O que é isso aqui? Torre de Ferro, Cassandra, Sarah. Viene. Ué, cadê o Varric, véi? Não tá em canto nenhum? Chá de sumiço no bagulho? Talvez tenha que falar primeiro lá com... Ou vai dar alguma cena com ele, talvez, né? Opa! Apareceu algo aqui. Isso que deve ter mostrado então a missão. Onde que tá? Ah, a gente escolhe? Primeiro jardim, espaço cultivo simples, hortaliças, outras funcionam. Tá. Nossa. Mas fala recursos e ouro. Aqui é ervas. Ervas eu posso pegar. Nossa, mas aqui parece muito mais bonito, né? Ah, mas vamos por aqui, velho. Reverência, reflexão, utilidade e conforto. Não, eu vou por esse, mano. Eu vou sempre porque eu preferi. Irreversível, tá de boa. Foi concluído? Foi. Deixa assim mesmo. Não, não é que não, é por dentro, né? Pra gente chegar lá. Acho que é aqui. Ah, fala com você de novo? E aí?
Good day to you.
Algo informal?
What do the people make of us?
We've gathered many favors among the nobility. They will be gently reminded of this.
Como estão os
Any
convidados?
visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
You may see the Countess Lutetia in the halls. A lovely woman, but her conversations tend towards the unusual. She's the patron of Orlay's greatest naturalists. The Countess's particular passion is collecting butterflies.
That doesn't sound unusual.
She goes into great detail about preserving them. It seems to involve large amounts of chemicals and pins.
Meu Deus do céu. Mais alguma coisa?
What do the people make of us?
We've gathered many favors among the nobility. They will be gently reminded of this.
Any thoughts on the people here?
Who did you mean?
O que você acha dos meus amigos dedos leves? Ah! Meu Deus, não, obrigado. Não, 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 não. Depois eu pergunto isso. Tá, vamos falar aqui primeiro. Tá, acho que acabou todas as missões, né? Apareceu mais amigo de Kinaris. Salve
We cannot neglect our
alguém.
soldiers' training.
Can we neglect roads? Our allies cannot take the same route through the mountains we did.
Knowledge de poder do Varric. Ainda não, mas a gente já vai pra lá nessa parte.
Inquisitor.
At your service.
Tá, vou pelo menos mandar uma vez pra ver o que acontece. Tá. Tá, vamos ver se agora o Varric aparece aqui no mapa. Cole, Josefine, Vivienne, Dorian, Solos, Liana, Cassandra, Toro, Sarah, Cullen. Eu não sei onde que ele tá. Tenho ideia.
What may I do for you?
Tá, acho que eu vou deixar perguntar depois, que coisa.
Let's speak later.
Goodbye.
Já que não tô deixando falar com o Verk ainda, depois a gente faz essa missão. Vamos ver que esse bosque eriçado.
Good to see you safe, Inquisitor. We've got trouble ahead.
Aposto, se preocupe.
If you're on edge, I should alert the entire Inquisition.
Or increase my hazard pay. That's an option.
Things that bad.
Acho muito bom o jeito que ela conversa com o personagem. O que aquilo ali?
Crestwood was the site of a flood 10 years ago during the Blight. It's not the only rift in the area, but after it appeared, corpses started walking out of the lake. You'll have to fight through them to get to the cave where Sir Hawke's Grey Warden friend is hiding.
Está seguro aqui?
Have any undead attacked the camp?
We've had a few shamblers, but most head toward the village below. Maybe someone in Crestwood can tell you how to get to the rift in the lake. Maker knows they'll want help. Good luck, and please be safe.
Ah, também é da hora, hein, mano? Tem várias opções de namoro no jogo, né? Homem, mulher, você meio que escolhe o que você quiser e é isso. Isso é muito legal, ter a diversidade pra você escolher. Ah tá, já vamos ver que a mulher que ela quer.
This might interest you, sir.
Fale.
What is it?
See for yourself, sir.
Precisa de obsidiana, óbvio que precisa de obsidiana, né? Deixa eu dar uma olhada no mapa. Ih, rapaz, o negócio tá feio aqui. Tá. Bom, isso aqui eu vou deixar mais curto, porque o próximo vai ser explorando essa região toda. Mas o vídeo vai ficando por aqui, deixa o like, se inscreve no canal. Até a próxima e fui!